Hello and good day, Mike Adcock with an update on Tropical Cyclone Lusi located near Vanuatu. This brief is based on the 12 Zulu Fiji Meteorological Service advisory from the 11th of March. Taking a look at satellite imagery, we do see the increased curve banding starting to wrap into the center now. If we looked at microwave imagery, we'd see that the low-level flow is becoming better organized, and this, by and large, this system is starting to develop. I do have quite a bit of convection right now over Vanuatu that is spreading heavy rain showers across the area. As of the 12 Zulu advisory from Fiji, or 2300 local time, the center of circulation was about 80 kilometers east of Puele, or about 130 kilometers to the northeast of Port Vila. It is continuing to move to the southeast at 15 kilometers per hour. Winds right now sustained at 95 kilometers per hour. That's justified from an ASCAT pass showing about those same 95 kilometer or 50 knot winds along the northeastern periphery of this storm, and our pressure at 980 hectopascal. Looking at Dvorak again, you see that deep convection just to the north of Port Vila. Now the agencies are kind of all over the place right now. Fiji, from a few hours ago, was showing 3.0, and that's based off of the cloud dense overcast pattern of about 75 nautical miles. So that gave us a data T of 3.0. Nesdis, on the other hand, had 6/10 banding. That gives us a data T of 3.5. JTWC, on the other hand, shows only 5.5 so that gave us a data T of 2.5. So all over the place. I would call it in the middle, about 3, possibly up to a 3.5, considering the advanced Dvorak technique, showing 3.6, which would equate to about 57 knots. So nonetheless, the system is continuing to strengthen, right now as a Category 2 cyclone on the local scale, and again expected to further intensify up to a Category 3 on the local scale there. For our surface analysis from 3 Zulu, again you see the cyclone there near Vanuatu. It's continuing to move to the southeast along that area of convergence that extends toward the southeast through Fiji and out toward Tonga. Looking at the Fiji forecast, again southeasterly motion in the near term, continuing to affect Vanuatu over the next couple of days. As we get midweek or Wednesday into Thursday, we're going to start to see high pressure build in from the east. That's going to start to bring Lusi down toward the south. Further complicating matters is a approaching mid-latitude trough. That's going to give a little bit of baroclinicity or temperature advection to this system and start the extratropical transition. That's going to allow the system to accelerate off toward the south, and then by the weekend, this is going to be a threat for New Zealand. This is captured by the Joint Typhoon Warning Center track, where we see current winds right now 50 gusts 65 knots, or about 95 gusting to 120 kilometers per hour. Again, fair conditions out there. Really just a recap of what I talked about earlier. Main threat is going to be for Vanuatu. That being said, Fiji, you're going to have to keep an eye out for this one. You're going to see some residual showers from the outer edge of this system. Not going to see as much wind, but again, the heavy rain showers is going to be in your forecast. And then as we get toward the weekend, this system, as it's becoming extratropical, will start to affect New Zealand. So that will be something we'll keep an eye out for. Model track guidance, not much here to talk about. This is the GFS forecast, and again, really just near-term effects for Vanuatu and then long-term for New Zealand. As we get into the intensity guidance, again, further intensification expected. Generally looking at a Category 1 on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale, or on the local scale Category 3 system. And then as we get toward day 3, the system will start to weaken as it begins this extratropical transition. Here's the GFS forecast over the next 5 days. Again, you see the system moving to the southeast, and then as we get to about the 13th, the system starts to accelerate and move off toward the south. Another thing of note, the green shading there, or the shading rather, is the precipitation. So Vanuatu, again, you're obviously under the gun, but Fiji, you're not going to skip out on this either. You're going to pick up some heavy rains. You're going to get into the clear by the end of the week, and then conditions start to worsen for New Zealand. All right, take a look at our surface plots. What we were showing earlier with the satellite imagery, heavy showers, really reducing visibility throughout portions of the of Vanuatu. Matter of fact, we'll take a look at Melekula Airport. This is about 170 kilometers to the west-northwest of Lusi right now. Winds out of the south-southwest at 33 kilometers per hour. Moderate rainfall right now, restricting your visibility down to 4 kilometers. And notice the pressure there at 998 hectopascal. Over at Bowerfield International, in Port Vila, 130 kilometers from the center of circulation to the southwest. Again, winds still at about 33 kilometers there. Notice the heavy rain, though, restricting the visibility down to a half kilometer. So that's going to give some impact, obviously some impacts there in the capital city. And of course, we're going to continue to monitor the progress of this storm over at westernpacificweather.com. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. And you can join in on the conversation at storm2k.org. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Google+. I'll be posting updates as they come. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day and take care.